Harris Taylor Show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Testing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Testing Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to the Drastic Results with Tony Harris Taylor Show. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, and I help entrepreneurs to get known, get connected, and get paid to make six figures and beyond. And I do that through drastic results marketing and sales coaching and network in action global partners, where we help you make more money by helping more people. Thanks for tuning in today. So today we got a special guest, my friend Scott Bigley. Scott and I met in 2008. He was my supervisor when I worked at AIG, and he loves when I say that. And we stayed connected through the years. Every time I would visit Florida, I would reach out to him. We would break bread, have conversations, catch up. And from that, we maintained our relationship so that he would become a network in action leader. And so you will meet him shortly. But today I want to talk about how to spread your network nationally. When I started my business way back in 2011, 2012, I knew I wanted a national business. And what I know for sure is if you want to grow national, you have to go national. And that means you have to be intentional about building a national network. How do you do that? By going to national events, by when you travel, making it a business travel, even if you're traveling with family, by pulling your network together to be able to reconnect to them when you're in their city. Listen, you got to eat anyway. So you just say, I'm at this hotel, meet me in the restaurant, and let's reconnect and see what you're up to and what I'm up to. And that's how Scott and I was able to stay connected, because I'm very intentional. Anytime I travel, I look for the people that are in that city so that I can build deeper connections so that they might be able to open doors for me. I might be able to open doors for them. And social media makes it easier to grow national and go national. But even with social media, if you never take those relationships that are online, if you never take them offline, you're just a page on a screen. And so you have to be intentional about showing up where there's a national network who would be able to help you to grow. And so we are doing that with the Viral Networking Conference. It is an international event because I have people that come from all over the country and from other countries as well. They come in virtually, and some people actually come in. I met a lady over the weekend from Colombia. She says, I'm coming back for your event. So you have to be intentional. It will not happen by accident. And if you're intentional and you build relationships the way I teach you how to build relationships, it is so much easier to take your business global. So I am so grateful to my leaders who are all in other cities, who are helping entrepreneurs to make more money by helping one another. And they all are doing it on a national and international level. If you want to be a global entrepreneur, you must go global. And when we come back, we're going to talk to my guest and sponsor of the Viral Networking Conference, Mr. Scott Bigley with Forever Forward Financial. We'll be right back.
The dexterous lifestyle is meant for those of us who live hectic lives. But with the right tools, information, and resources, we can strive for order, peace, health, wealth, and calm. It's not too much to ask. We deserve a dexterous mind, a dexterous body, and plenty of dexterous spaces to support our dexterous lifestyle.
We're back. Shout out to Andy Hancock with Dexterous Lifestyle, who is a viral networking conference sponsor. Welcome to our show, Scott Bigley. How are you today, sir?
I am very well, my friend. Just another beautiful day in FLA, as we like to say. All is well on a Monday in Florida. Thank you for having me, Tony.
Awesome, awesome. So for those of you who don't know, this is pre-recorded, so it's airing on Friday, but we are pre-recorded. So Scott, from your own words, who are you and what do you do?
I am Scott Bigley. I am the proud owner, most days, of Forever Forward Financial Group here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And quite simply, what we do is we teach people how money works. And we do that by helping them learn and understand 4 basic concepts, very simple financial concepts: how to make more money, how to save more money, how to grow your money, but most importantly, how to keep it all safe.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So how money works. How long you been in the financial services business and why? What is your why around your business? There's no shortage of financial advisors out there. So
no, there is not. No, yes. There is not.
So
I've been doing this for probably too long, 26 plus years now, I think. Started in 1995, so whatever that math is. And my why is really people do not understand, most people, I should say, really just do not understand how money works. We're in this tremendous information age, this tremendous, just massive dump of information about money, about markets, about investing, about all the things related to money, but none of it ever really gives the individual or the business owner the real understanding of how does it work for me? And that's our why. We try to help the people who choose to work with us to take all of that information and put it to work for themselves. The question we like to ask people is, if you wanted to create wealth, who would you prefer to create it for? Yourself or someone else? Most people say myself.
Absolutely. And so I know you have a big passion around what you do and why you do it. What makes you different, Scott, than every other financial professional out there?
I think it's that basic point. Our passion is about truly understanding or helping our clients understand how money works. I know I say that a lot, but that's really what we're about. We're about making sure that when we sit with someone, whether it be for an hour or 2 or 3 years, that they are achieving the goals of making more money, saving more money, growing their money, and keeping it safe. I think what sets us apart is we take an approach of financial literacy and education as opposed to just put your money here and you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know that you are very passionate for helping people to really understand their money. So let's go to side 2, right? We, in the old days, we had the A side, which was the primary side, and then we had the B side, which was the other record. And so you decided to become a partner with me and be a network and action leader. Why did you say yes?
Well, the short, easy answer is simply because you asked me to. the real answer, or the underlying answer or reasons, are because when you first called me and told me about the opportunity that had been presented to you and the impact that you could see that it would have, not only on you personally but professionally, it just made good sense. The idea that to go viral, as we like to say, Tony, to go viral really means that people are still talking about you even when you're not around. And I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm a little older. And saying yes to you has opened the door to allow me to say networking opportunities that I never dreamed of. I was old school. Networking was going out, shaking hands, knocking on doors, the old style, the old fashioned way, which worked and which still works.
Sure.
But when you get to be my age, driving around town isn't as much fun as it was, as it used to be. It's so much easier now to understand that what you really want to accomplish, is to have people talking about you even when you're not around. And that's one of the reasons, or that's the big reason, that when you called and you discussed this opportunity with me, it was like, Tony, not only because I love you and we've been friends forever, but this just makes good sense, good business sense, and good sense personally.
So at the outset, I talked about how every time I came to Florida, I would call you and we would break bread, catch up. And that's maybe once or twice a year over the past since 2008. But how instrumental was that piece of me staying connected with you intentionally? How instrumental was that to make your yes an easy yes?
Oh, I think the answer to that is obvious, but also kind of hidden in the bushes. And the answer to that is kind of the foundation of of our networking opportunities. The idea that if I don't stay in contact, I'll never have the opportunity to hear yes or no. If I stay in contact, I will always have the opportunity to be possibly hearing a yes or no. Yeah. The bottom line is, you, every time you would come to Florida and say, hey, Scott, let's get together, kept those opportunities for myself and for you. And now that we're working together, for all the people that we are beginning and hopefully impacting and influencing, that simple act of picking up the phone has created all the opportunities that you and I are sharing and enjoying today.
Absolutely.
The simple idea of saying, hey, I'm in town, let's have some lunch.
Yeah. And he has driven up to 3 hours to meet me. So it's an effort on his part as well. I mean, I got on the plane and flew there, but he still had to make the effort. Here's the point. Relationships take effort. I could have easily just went on my little vacation or on my business trip and never reached out to him. He could have said, Tony, you're too far away from me. I don't want to drive that far. But we both made the effort. Our relationship was that important to us that we stayed connected and made the effort to get in each other's face once or twice a year. And I want to say thank you for that, Scott, because what most entrepreneurs are missing is that the relationship building, the networking takes effort. Just like
and it takes time.
And it takes time.
And time.
We've been friends since 2008. We got let go in 2009. And, it has taken some time, but it was so valuable to me to just, I love you. I love your energy. You fed my soul. And why wouldn't I stay connected to you?
Yeah. And I think the amazing thing that I would like everyone to know is when you would come for all those interceding years until just the last year and a half when we repartnered with each other, our dialogues weren't always about business. It was just, what's happening with your family? You would ask about my girls. You would ask about my family. I would ask about your family. Yeah, we would get caught up on how's your business? How's your business? But the idea was that the relationship was one that was formed and based in trust, respect, and faith in each other, that one day something will become of this relationship. May not happen by the weekend. It may take 5 or 6 years. But based in that trust, faith, and respect for each other, we both intuitively knew or intrinsically knew something good's going to happen sometime very soon. And here we are today.
And here we are today. And I would just want to say again, thank you for your partnership. Well, when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to ask you the 2 questions that I ask all my guests when we come right back.
At Forever Forward Financial, our mission is to teach people how money works, thus assisting families and business owners by helping them learn how to make more money, save more money, grow their money, and keep it all safe. Our focus is assisting those who choose to work with us to build wealth for themselves and for the people, places, and things that are important to them. We share simple financial concepts, allowing individuals to increase their cash flow, manage their debt, provide proper protection for their families, build long-term assets, and preserve their estate. We believe that now more than ever, people need to understand how money works, have financial goals, and begin to build a financial foundation for their future. Please contact us today for your free 2-hour consultation by calling 727-422-7761 or email us at foreverforwardfinancial@gmail.com.
All right, so we're back with my friend Scott Bigley from Tampa, Florida. And so, Scott, first of all, can you work with people outside of Florida?
Yes, we are currently licensed in, I believe it's 41 or 42 states. So just about every state. Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, and you give you saw the video, you give an extensive overview to people. So if you all want to connect with him, we'll give you his contact information shortly. All right, the 2 questions that I ask every guest. Number 1, how has networking helped your business?
Well, I think number 1, and we kind of touched on this earlier, but the networking has really shown me, and I say this with all sense of humor, what a dinosaur I was. I was old school. Back in my day, when I came into this business, you went out, you met people, it was face to face. And again, I still enjoy that. I still live for that. But the biggest thing that networking showed me is what a dinosaur I was. When I began to meet people like you and other people in our organization that said, Scott, we get why you're doing that, but there's a lot easier ways to do that. And I've been kind of dragged into the modern era. I have learned to jokingly call myself a technology immigrant. Something like this, doing something like this for me, just 2 years ago was like, oh, you can't do business like that. That's not good. Guess what? This is much easier than driving all over Tampa Bay all day. When I can talk to 12, 15 people a day and never leave my house, as opposed to driving all over town
and expand. Most of the people you're talking to now are not even in Tampa.
Exactly. And now I'm now doing, because 2 years ago, Tony, I was licensed in maybe 6 or 7 states, Florida, Georgia, where I had friends and family. Now I'm in 41 or 40. So the biggest impact is really, and again, I say it with all jest, it pulled me into the modern era. It really showed me how I could utilize and leverage technology, applications, but more importantly, people who could help me do the things I'm not good at. Because that was one of the things that I always had trouble with. We all tend to have, we know what we're good at, or we tend to forget the things that we're not good at. I am now connected with a group of people that I can call and go, I really need your help because I have no clue. Yeah. And you know what I hear every time? Sure, Scott, what do you need?
What do you need?
What do you need? How can I help you?
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on. And surprise, surprise, And the best example is the video we just saw. That is a result of a suggestion you gave me just 10 days ago. I would have been looking around going, okay, I guess I need to find somebody. Who am I going to call?
Exactly.
And we had it done.
So
We had it done in 3 days.
That takes you to the next level.
Exactly.
So thank you for that. So my second question that I ask every guest is, and this may be the same answer, but what is the biggest drastic step you've ever taken in business?
I think, and you know this story well, so bear with me. I was with an organization for 20 plus years. And great organization, great people, very successful. You know, you were part of that with me. But I came to that point in my life where it was like, this has been a nice ride, but I want to try this on my own. So I think the most drastic thing I've done business-wise is make the decision to say goodbye to corporate America. Mm-hmm. And finally do what I had been telling myself for a lot of years. And you know the old, if I were a king of the forest, I finally decided it was time that I become king of the forest and venture out on my own. And so professionally, leaving the safety, the security, the comfort, the familiarity of a corporate job and saying, okay, you think you want to be the boss? Come up with a name and get to work. That's probably been the most drastic step I've taken professionally in my entire career.
I have another question. It's off script.
Okay.
What the heck is burn your ships?
Burn your ships is based on the founding of Vasco da Gama when he landed on the Yucatan Peninsula. Mm-hmm. And he brought his army of 300 Spanish conquistadors onto the shore, and they looked inward, they looked westward into this unknown territory. Mm-hmm. And his crew was very, very afraid of the unknown. Mm-hmm. And they kept trying to convince Vasco da Gama to, let's just get back on the ships and sail back to Spain. We don't know what we're going to get into here. Vasco da Gama looked at his crew and gave them the order to go back out into the harbor and burn the ships because their future lied ahead, not behind. So that's where burn the ships, because that's kind of what we do as people. We're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of what lies ahead. We know where we've been, and that's comfortable. It's not all of it's been good all the time, but at least we know what we had.
Yes.
And so the biggest step, another quote, drastic step, is sometimes looking into the harbor and saying, you know what we need to do here, gang? We need to burn the ships. Yeah. And that way we'll always be moving forever forward. So that's kind of the story behind that.
All right. I've seen it on your background, but I've never asked what that was. And so that's good. So we look ahead and you burn the ship so you cannot go backwards. I love that. Well, tell everybody, you give a 2-hour consultation overview, which, you know, the coach in me is like, that is way too long, but hey, to each your own. So go for it. Tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
Easiest way is pick up the phone, dial 727-422-7761. That's quick and easy. It's always right here next to me. Second easiest way is just to email us at forever, the numeral 4, foreverforwardfinancial@gmail.com. We'll schedule some time together and we'll start chatting about how we can make money work for you.
Awesome. And we are having an event May 24th, Wednesday, May 24th in Tampa, the tour. I'll tell you more about how to get registered after we take our next break. But Scott, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being my friend through the years. Thank you for your partnership with Network in Action so we can help more people make money by helping one another. And also your Forever Forward Financial. You are so passionate about helping people with their money, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you for being our guest today, and we'll be right back after this message. Welcome back. It is going to be drastic. The Viral Networking Conference and Tour. The conference is October 4th through 6th here in Houston, Texas. And then we have our city tour. The cities that I'm in today is Washington, D.C. Tomorrow we'll be in Baltimore. Not too late to register. And then May 24th we'll be in Tampa. So all you got to do is click the button, register for the city tour. It will bring up a page for you to get yourself registered and then show up. We have a VIP option, which includes either a lunch or dinner, depending on the city you are in, as well as the actual viral networking event. Everybody leaves my events with appointments on the calendar, guaranteed. So you have full permission to start building strong relationships when you show up to my events. It's only $50 for the event and $125, which includes your dinner or lunch. For VIPs, which is only intimate table for 10. So you want to be in the room. You never know. It takes one person to change your life. Scott said that, right? So, but you don't know where you're going to meet that person, when you're going to meet that person, and you're going to need to be in the room. Plus, come connect with me because I am here to help you stay in business so that you can help others stay in business as well. Go ahead and put up the viral networking link, please. VNC2023.com. And you go there, click on the city tour, and get yourself registered and bring a friend. And if you can't make it because the date doesn't work, please share it because we're all in this together. And I appreciate the support. So I want to thank our special guest, Mr. Scott Bigley, who said, burn the ships. Stop looking backwards. Let's move forward together. My name is Tony Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today. Get registered for the Viral Networking Tour and Conference for a fantastic tomorrow. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
With Tony Harris.